We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.
Hello there and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Able Differently. My name is Jen Theuri and it is my hope that you're having a great afternoon. Let's get started.
We're differently abled, differently.
Government and other non-governmental organizations have teamed up to create awareness on disability issues. A great milestone has been achieved. However, some parts of the country still remain behind due to a number of factors. The Northern Nomadic Disabled Persons Organization has taken up the task of reaching out to the Nomads community. Every year, they organize the Desert Wheel Race and use this opportunity to sensitize the community about disability-related issues. Let's see how this year's event went down.
Northern Nomadic Disabled Persons Organization, NONDO, held their annual disability awareness event, the Desert Wheel Race in Isiolo, from the 21st to the 23rd of October. The three-day event was marked by having the National Disability Conference, the Desert Fashion Gala, and the Desert Wheel Race. The National Disability Conference was on its 9th edition and is a platform where stakeholders discuss issues affecting persons with disabilities.
When a person with the disability has this card, the National Council card, they are only exempted when they sleep in the ward. That's the inpatient charges. But for any other charges in card, in outpatient, they will be tasked to pay. So maybe we're looking in a situation where we can advocate all the charges can be exempted. And then barriers in mobility, in accessing health facilities. Under health, we also have limited number of rehabilitative staff.
There is need for all of us to agree on this terminology. People talk of people with disabilities, others talk of disabled people. And if you look at the current trend, the current scholarly trend in the world, there are serious debates on these terminologies. People with disability and the disabled people. What is making these people to be disabled? It is the society where these people are living. Challenge us, all of us, that before anyone discriminates you, you must have discriminated yourself.
Presentations during the conference are geared towards gauging the milestones and finding solutions to where there is a lag.
A deep need to have an outfit that exclusively advocates and speaks for the well-being of persons with disabilities among nomadic communities. Communities that are always on move and marginalized. 1 year after the birth of Nondo, my brother's Borless story gave us the idea of using sport to unite warring tribes and also highlight disability issues among nomadic communities, an issue that is largely placed on the peripheries of issues due to cultural stigma. This led to the birth of the Desert Wheel Race, ladies and gentlemen.
Pollution was supposed to enhance the participation of persons with disabilities because there are provisions in the Constitution which will ensure that there will be political representation of persons with disabilities in all the devolved counties. However, we must realize the fact that law is one thing and the practice is a different thing. Things were not as per the Constitution. If you find that the law provides that there will be 2 persons with disabilities, 1 male, 1 female in every county, I think according to the County Government Act,
The theme for the conference was mainstreaming disability issues in governance and leadership towards an inclusive general election.
The theme for this year's conference, as I was told, was very timely on what the country can do to mainstream disability issues in governance, especially now that we are heading to the third election under 2010 Constitution. Despite the many rights, as the chair of the caucus has enumerated, according to the person with disability under this Constitution, the challenges continue to hold us back from fully participating in the democratic processes in this country that we all love.
Harun, who is immediate former CEO for Nondo, promised to continue supporting Nondo.
The Council, we will continue to partner with you and other disabled persons organizations to uplift well-being of persons with disability across the country.
The chairman of the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, Peter Mushiri, also attended the conference and took the opportunity to highlight some of the work done by the council.
Process for persons with disability, that is a core mandate of the National Council for Persons with Disability in this country. But the regulations and the laws which are there to govern and to streamline the registration process of persons with disability is a very tedious process. When we came into office, our main mandate was how we can bring this process to be an easy process to persons with disability in this country. We came up with regulations, and unfortunately, the regulation has not been gazetted, but they are in the CS office waiting to be gazetted. Right now, we are moving with KRA people. We are moving with officers from the Ministry of Health, whereby when that committee has vetted you, they put their signature and their rubber stamp. KRA, Ministry of Health, and the National Council. That is one of the achievements which we have made as a board and as a council. Is for severe disability. But this word, severe disability, people have been asking, what is this severe disability? Who? But let me tell you, severe disability is that kid lying in the house, needs 24 hours care by his mother. And also, you'll get even kids who are 30 years and they need 24 hours care. That is why government came up with that severe disability, so that this money can benefit those particular children, those particular adults who need 24 hours care. We, as a council, under the good leadership of the management of the CEO, we have actually come up with good plans of the cash transfer. And right now, we are doing the retargeting. Retargeting whereby all those beneficiaries who missed out during the immigration period, we want to get them so that at least these people can come back to the payroll and get their money each and every month.
The chief guest, Mr. Washington Sati, applauded the efforts made by Nondo and mentioned the mandate of the Office of the Ombudsman.
As the Office of the Ombudsman, we will want to start by congratulating Nondo very much for their resilience and the spirit that they've shown over the years, making sure that matters around disability are always advanced, and especially from these pastoralist communities. Many persons with disabilities actually did not even know of the existence of this office. Very few people had knowledge about the Office of the Ombudsman. And that's why I believe through initiatives like these ones that we are attending today is one way to be able to tell people with disability and our friends, and they're able now to carry out that gospel and spread it further from where they come from, of the existence of the Office of the Ombudsman, so that people with disability can come and seek the services in our own office. The complaints that we receive from PWDs who visit us is related to matters around tax exemption certificate. And I know Mr. Hassan is aware of that case because we've written some letters to the council. We've summoned Mr. Harun Hassan at some point. But I appreciate, like what Honorable Mushiri mentioned, that the country is coming up with a framework on how to make sure that the processes of registration is becoming easier. issues around tax exemption certificate is becoming easier. That will really help to receive the number of complaints that we receive as the Office of the Ombudsman.
The CEC in charge of Isiolo County, who was also representing the governor, thanked Nondo for the event as it gives Isiolo a new name.
Isiolo was associated with banditry, and one of the members was attacked. So to bring the peace, that was the reason as to why Isiolo was chosen.